So we created an ideal 7-day. This is, of course, an ideal world. It's not going to work out this way. But day 1, they tour, activate the pass, complete the interest profile. The MEA will put the sheet in the binder and schedule their services. So they'll schedule all 5 of their services. Day 2, the department head will call if they did not meet them on day 1 and assist in any additional services that may not have been scheduled. And the person will conduct their PT or team class. Break it down to what it is. This is a health center, healthy way of life destination. They came for that reason. So why not get them started there immediately? Of course, the MEA signs them in. Day 3, they experience the cafe. They come in, great workout, experience a smoothie, lunch, something in the cafe. MEA signs them in at the front desk. Day 4, they get the group fitness experience. So they're coming and taking a class. They're involved in cycle club, run club, club and club, some sort of additional activity that is not fee-based. It is included as part of the membership. Schedule any remaining services, which would be the MEA, and of course MEA will sign them in. Side note, MEAs cannot work 7 days a week, 365 days out of the year. They deserve a day off too. So this means they have to work as a team. So if it's Joey's pass that comes in and he's off on day 3, Richie might sign him in. Or if he's with the guest, RJ might sign him in. So on day 4, the MEA is going to create a follow-up call. Currently, they call new joins at their 3-day mark, their 7-day mark, and their 90-day mark. So an additional connectivity call, because they may not personally get that FaceTime, but we know that another MEA is getting that FaceTime. They'll schedule that on day 1 in Salesforce, so it pops up on their task list for the day. Day 5, they experience adult or kids activities. MEA signs them in. Day 6, they experience something with swim, so whether it's a lesson or masters. Day 7, they end in the spa. So after their 7-day rigor, they get to relax and say, wow, why would I not want to be here? MEA signs them in, they join, or they set up the appointment to join the next day.
I think it's a great way to end it, don't you guys?
Yeah, absolutely.
End it with a spa, and at that point, I got to tell you, if the MEA can't settle after this, they shouldn't be here selling.
I'd like to see us also add like a mock membership card, because each day I see them
They
potentially.
get it here on day 1, they get like a guest locker key with their name, with their experience life card, so they have it all of the time.
Yeah,
That's
because
a good point.
I would hate to, because the child center needs to be a stickler about IDs and things. And if they know that they're going to have this experience like card, they can kind of check them in just like they would
Perfect.
when they join,
Perfect.
instead of having to give them a hard time.
Right.
That's the, guys, that's the reason we do this right here.
Yeah.
To find those things
Yeah.
like that we go, okay, let's think about it from your individual departments. You know, where are we going to fall through the cracks?
Right.
That's a perfect
I
example
mean,
of it.
sometimes the child center, I'd like to say, sells a lot of memberships. So if they could pretend like they're a member for those
Sure.
7 days and get the experiences instead of having us write down a sticker every day,
Sure.
we know that they have this card, check them in just like they would.
Well, it saves the hassle too.
Right,
So
and
that
then
they
the
don't
team members
feel
know,
like,
right.
oh, this is gonna be a pain
Or
every
this is
time.
what they're gonna have to experience
Yeah.
every time they do
I
that.
could do it, let the team members know, okay, you're gonna be seeing these passes come through, you're gonna check them in just like they remember, walk them through the steps, pretend like they're brand new.
Yeah.
So they get
So
that,
I got a question. Sue, where do you see the MSDH in this all do?
All over.
Where to? Where, I mean,
All over,
walk me
because-
through your job in this.
Okay. The reason I say all over is because I should be meeting people when they come in. Not only that, but when I meet them, I already talk about all of the services in the club. So I say, oh, what are you interested in? And they say, oh, I'm interested in swim. Oh, we've got a fabulous DH in swim. This is what we offer. I'll make sure I connect you with her, that type of thing. So right in the beginning, kind of hooking them in. I don't mean to sound like that, but hooking them in to want to be a member, and hooking them into all of our different variety of services.
All right, let me throw this out to the group. This is why I ask it. Because we war gamed this thing yesterday until we finally just said we're going to ask the group. One of two options here. this could either be an MSDH deal instead of a daily DH. Could be a combination. What, you see where I'm going?
I think you have to have department heads connected all the time.
I agree, but realistically thinking, we've got a million things to do. I think
But it's one
it would
day,
be
it'll be-
it would be helpful if Sue was the one that held us accountable for it.
Yeah.
Hey, Kelly, have you made your calls today?
So Sue is the MSDH reports out at the huddle? Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
maybe we add it to the huddle, hey.
Yeah, I
Because
think
I don't see Sue doing everything.
No.
I don't,
No,
this can
it's
be so
important
big,
that
it
we're
can
all-
Yeah,
swallow.
we all have to,
Right.
right.
Yeah.
But it could also be so big that it swamps us,
Us too.
where we have Sue maybe holding us accountable, helping out, where if, for some reason we can't make those calls. or for
So
some
the way
reason-
I do with new members, Sue's
Right.
now responsible for the report out daily for our experience.
Yeah, because I can always say to Amber, hey, I'm just letting you know I'm super swamped, I'm held up, I can't make all my calls today. Amber would email me back and say, okay, how can I help out?
Check.
Same thing with Sue now. Kelly, I know you're responsible for day 2, those calls.
Or I know you're gonna be off this.
Yeah, I know
next
you're
week.
off, or I know you've got tons of interviews set up, how can I help you out?
So
And then she.
you gotta remember, not everybody has an Amber. So when
Right.
we start presenting this,
They should get an Amber.
first, everybody needs an Amber. So the first thing that's gonna happen from GMs is what? They don't like, no one likes, we all, GMs, we don't like change. So what's gonna happen? Fists are gonna go up. Fists are gonna go up. So I think, until what?
Day 60 is when you'll figure out.
Day 60, the fists go down, and you know what?
Because our membership is not going up
Well,
anywhere.
the other-
Think about this, where the MSDH role comes into play is when somebody doesn't get connected to all those things, that MSDH, that connectivity desk becomes the place that your activity, your lifetime fitness experience card goes to schedule whatever events.
Did not
Okay.
occur.
And that would be
Didn't occur.
the department head's
I like
job when
that.
we call them and we find out that they weren't scheduled for anything. They were only scheduled for one thing out of the 5. Okay, well then I'm gonna go to Sue and say, hey, this person only was scheduled for one thing out of all of those.
But we still want to I think we still want to take responsibility for the 1 day a week as a department head that we have.
Right.
To try to still, first off, connect them. And if that doesn't happen, then we have yet another opportunity with our MSDH. But it's our job as department heads to try to connect them where we may
So
not have
does
the
Sue
first
make the
day.
day 4 call instead of the MEA?
I think you want your MEA to make that. You want the
They
MEA to
need
go
to
in.
be that,
It's
it's
a
a responsibility.
So there needs to be a definite point in this process that Sue's involved, because right now it's, yes, she needs to be involved, but we can't pinpoint and say, okay, this is Sue.
Okay, so maybe it's this, and I don't know if this is too much. If the MEA, so you have 2 chances right now for the qualified lead to experience full lifetime, to get the full lifetime experience. So they walk in the door, the MEA signs them up for spa only and is not able to get them connected to the other services. Day 2 arrives, the department head picks up the binder, they call up and they say, okay, well now we want to get you connected to PT, we want to get you connected to swim. But we don't get the whole job done either. Right? Now you have MSDH who has yet the third and bottom opportunity, or last opportunity, so to speak, to finish the connectivity and the,
And I think that seems reasonable because right now, if, let's say Kelly's supposed to make a phone call, and let's just say Kelly looks at it and says, oh my gosh, I mean, I've been having such a hard time with this member. She would say to me, can you help me with this? Can you call that person? And I'm just not getting through to them. And that would be the same thing. If they're not connected, that's where I would come in and make sure that the connection happens.
and let's face it, we're gonna have experiences where it's just, I don't know what my calendar is, you know?
Here's
I already
my
have signed up for the spa, but I don't know what to do
Here's my
with.
concern, so.
Let me interject here. Here's what I would say you flip. Day 2 goes to Sue.
Yeah.
Because you want one central person responsible for reconnecting them to the areas. And then the DHs follow up at whatever day you want to place it. But since the MSDH role is the connectivity person, the MEA reports back to you that they didn't get such and such pass on that day. So now your desk or yourself follows up right away to call those people and get them connected, so now they're in your pipeline. It doesn't mean that, to schedule, you want one central location for all the scheduling of all these things, so there isn't confusion, so you guys